What up? Alright, I was thinking, and there will be a follow-up video to this video because there's a specific character who made me think about this video, and that is Val Vajazeta from Ordeal. Go do your homework on that series. But I just got to thinking, and I was like, where's the sauce at? Who stole the recipe and ran with that motherfucker? Why is villains not doing it for the love of the game no more, bro? I hate an understandable motherfucker. I hate when a motherfucker understandable and make you really think about what they doing, what their motives was, about why they, about even this, about like, I hate a motherfucker when you gotta really think if they worth killing or should they be saved. Bring back the game. What happened to my sport? You feel me? Back in way back when, I won't say my generation because that for sure was not my generation. I'm way younger. But back in the old days, the shows I love to watch, we had Frieza. They had Frieza, yo, doing this shit just for the sake of he didn't know nothing else. He really didn't know. He really monkey this, monkey there, monkeys everywhere. They all gotta go. Like, we had Frieza, Cell, Kid Buu. That's Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball had a lot of them motherfuckers. You go to One Piece, Crocodile with his One Piece has a lot of people that's just doing it for the fucks of it. Kaido. Kaido just doing this because he had nothing else to do for real. He really had nothing else to do after all the old guard was dying off and stuff and retiring. He was bored. The nigga was really just bored. That's why he tried to make a whole war. He was bored as fuck. Then you got Doflamingo. He could try and say that he wanted to go upstairs to fight, get revenge on the other celestial dragons. Nigga, you was just a bad person. He was just a bad person doing it just cause why not? But that's the old guard. I'm not gonna talk about Naruto because I hate when people bring up Naruto in villain conversations. I really do. Because these motherfuckers is they just good people in the worst they got the worst hand in life ever. Pain's village, small ass pocket village on the outskirts that bothered nobody, just ended up being in the wrong spot. Just ended up being in between two powerhouses that was going at it. And they just happened to get wiped out. Pain had no parts in what the fuck was going on in that war. He caught a stray. Then there was, what's her name? Madara. You got a shorty took. Got shorty took by Hashirama. What the fuck was even Madara's real reason for all this shit? I mean, yeah, he was warned it was the Warring States period and all that. He wanted to be Hokage. Alright, see, Madara was a bad person. Because now that I'm really thinking about it, yeah, Madara was terrible. I'm not even gonna get into Obito. Not gonna get into Zabuza. I'm not even gonna get into what's the name? Yamato and Orochimaru. Everybody just had a terrible life and they felt like they had no other choice. Fuck Naruto villains. These is good people. And well, Orochimaru was not a good person. He had a bad life. See, we gotta draw that gray line. We gotta draw the line where it's like, okay, did your upbringing really justify what the fuck you doing? Just because you got a sad backstory don't mean I'm gonna automatically feel sorry for you. And that's exactly what I said about Val Vajazeta. We gonna get into that video. Like and subscribe for that video. But what's the name? Nowadays, bro. Nowadays, it just seems like everybody got some type of underlying motive. These new creators, bro, they really want you to think about a motherfucker. Like, even, well, not Sukuna. Not Sukuna and not bro from Kaiju number 8. Who was he? Kaiju number 6, 9? I think he was number 9. But yeah, them two outliers. Cause bro from Kaiju number 9, he's just a kaiju. They moving like, what's the name? They was just moving, just doing their own thing. They moving like the Xenoterrans in Superhuman era. Ball knowledge, once again. Just give me a like for that shit. But and that motherfucker Sukuna came into the show first scene. Where the hoes and where the little niggas? This about to be a party. Yeah, nah. Something wrong with that brother. But everyone else, because it's looking, what it's looking like is bro from Gachiakuda, not Recto, not the boss of the Raiders, about to have a tragic backstory. Honestly, I'm excited for his. He looked like he justified in everything that they got coming to them. But who else had a tragic life? Fire Force Hanumea, oh, I think that's her. What's her name? Shorty that tuned in with everybody's emotions. Sad. What's the name? Who else? We could go down the list. Cause they even try to make Sukuna. They try to make you feel bad for Sukuna too. Try to make it seem like he was some sort of like victim or something. Oh, Shigaraki also tried to make you feel bad for him. I just thought of another video idea. But yeah, Shigaraki, just another person who just had a shit. He really had a bad life. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Shigaraki, you kind of justified for everything you did. You can't blame him. You can't. Brother was groomed by All For One. Terrible person. Did it for the love of the game. We love that. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's cool to have an understandable villain, but if everybody is justified in this story, then that means you gotta have somebody to take the fall for all the bad shit happening. You gotta have someone, some type of group. And I'm tired of seeing that. I really am tired of it. I'm tired of seeing, oh, there's this group underlying, and that's the start of why all this shit happening. In Naruto, we had Danzo. Everything that happens in Naruto, I blamed it on Danzo. But everyone else, Gachiakuda seems like the upper realm started all this bullshit. But I don't need that. Let's bring back just haters. Bro from Monster, Johan, yeah, he was an understandable villain. But you know what I really like about Johan? Even though he was understandable, it was less more like a justification of what he did, and more of a deep dive into what he was doing. It was more of just a look into what he was doing than less of a, why are you doing this? We don't give a fuck about why. We want to know what is going on in that head. We just want to, it was less about justifying and more about just explaining what his moves were. And I like that. I like that a lot. It was beautiful what they was doing with Monster. Billy Bat, complicated actually, never mind. 20th Century Boys, niggas doing it for the love. Like, bring back the old guard, bro. We gotta bring back the old guard. The old guard where these villains were just, they were greatly written, but you don't need to have a justification. You don't need to have a reason to do the shit that you do. You really don't. You don't have to explain why these characters are moving the way they are. Kaiju number 8 is a great example of this. We don't, as far as I'm concerned, we never really got some type of like crazy good explanation as to why number 9 was doing this shit. We just understood, okay, he's trying to take over. We might need to get rid of him. And that was it. And they made it work. They made it work perfectly. Jujutsu Kaisen barely even gave an in-depth look into what Sukuna had going on way back in the Heian area. That was a complaint by a lot of readers. I really didn't give a fuck. The fact that you had the person here and we seen enough of like what he was doing, we can assume how he was moving back then. We really did have enough about Sukuna to last the whole story. We had everything that we needed to know. Not all that unnecessary. We didn't really need to know about this man's upbringing. Just had to know what happened at birth. Oh, he dominated the Heian era. We don't need to see him dominating the old era. We already see him dominating the new era. We don't give a like. I don't care personally. I didn't care, but everyone else, like, it's just why? I don't want to feel sorry for people. I do not want to have to cry. This video is literally just me saying I do not want to have to cry. Am I gonna drop this? Yes, because this is really just a setup video. This is a setup video. If you made it this far, this is a setup. We will be talking about Val Vajazeta because Ordeal's on break. Ordeal's on break. And I just thought of a My Hero Academia video, so that will also be coming out soon. Stay safe, though. I'm out.